what's cracking? I'm out here in the UK on the straight out of Compton tour, man. Much love. And you know you rocking with, man. It's little Eazy-E and we about that online. So we finna get it cracking, man.
Peace, family. So we're back this week with another special guest, and this time it's the big homie Phalos. What's good, my G?
What's popping? What's popping? What's popping?
Oh, we see you getting smoked out, man.
Right, you can't even see me in this.
all I could see was a cloud of smoke.
Can't even see it here. I'm good though. I just came in. I just beat all the traffic and all the bullshit so I can get to do my interview.
So some of you guys might see Flash join us on a few clips before, but now we're gonna be getting into a bit more of the LA-based MC. So let's get into it, man. What's good, bro?
What's goody? What's good? What's up to all the listeners out there?
Yeah, man, no, definitely good to have you back once again. We know we always appreciate you joining us on the platform and stuff. Definitely looking forward to our next link up, but we're definitely looking forward to this one because some people might not be familiar with some of your work. Some people are familiar with some of your past work and stuff. And, you know, I actually had, forgotten myself that you was a part of the rap group, the Himalayas. Now, I do remember seeing, promo for the group and stuff back in the day and stuff like that. So tell us a bit about you. How did your rap career come about?
But yeah, man, I started off, with the Law House Experience first, but I knew Bambino from high school. We went to high school together, and he was a part of a group called Another Level, which was executive produced by Ice Cube. They came out in high school, and then they were supposed to be on the Law House Experience, but then I took their place. It was 5 of them, so it was a bunch of band members, and everybody wasn't getting along somewhat. And so Bambino came and got me. I was staying in Atlanta for a while. I got tired of the music and the bullshit that comes with it, and so I moved to Atlanta. And so I guess they had a deal or something on the table. We had signed to Red Ant Entertainment. Red Ant Entertainment consists of Randy Phillips, that is the chairman and CEO of AEG Entertainment. And AEG is some of the biggest concert promoters in the world. They put on the Trey Songz concert, they put on the Usher concert, any big name artists concerts, they was doing it. But at the time, we had signed to the label, and the label went bankrupt. But before it went bankrupt, we went on tour with Exhibit, the Underdogs tour, and it was the Himalayas, Exhibit, the Visionaries, Fife from Tribe Called Quest, rest in peace, Defari, A. Rule, Inglewood, and the Barbershop. The Barbershop consists of Strong Arm Steady. They call themselves Strong Arm Steady now. Actually, one of the dudes from Strong Arm Steady, Crondon, he plays some, I forget, it's a superhero that he plays. He's albino, so he plays a superhero. I forget the name of the show, but it took a long time. It really didn't take that long. We've been rapping since high school. I know I've been rapping since high school. Bambino was rapping since high school. They got their first deal with Priority Records, Brian Turner, and all the rest of them who signed up there. And we went on. We have a couple of movie soundtracks under our belt. We did the title song for the movie Love Stinks with Tyra Banks, Bill Bellamy, French Stewart, Bridget Wilson. Then I got several movie soundtracks under my belt. I also got a song with Corrupt and from the Dog Pound and Roscoe, his brother Roscoe, and that song is on it's on Jamie Foxx movie It's Jamie Foxx movie Held Up. Then I have another song that's on Chris Rock's movie Head of the State. So I have a couple of I have a couple of movie soundtracks under our belt. We had toured. We was a good group. You know what I'm saying? I was solo beforehand, got in Himalayas, did the Himalayas, and then after that, I went back solo. At this time, I was just floating on songs. I still didn't have my own personal debut album until I got with Rhythm D. I signed with Rhythm D. Big up to Rhythm D. He's Easy producer who produced Compton City G's for Eazy-E. And so at the time when we were working on my record, he had got at me like, Floss, we're working on the new Eazy-E record. It's his last recordings. Eazy wasn't like Pac. Pac stayed in the studio. Pac had numerous of songs. Pac did songs like he was on a mission. Eazy wasn't like that. Eazy would come in the studio and go do a verse or a verse and a half, jump on the phone, his phone would ring, and then he'd be out of there. So by him doing that, it enabled me to be on the song. Out of 8 songs, I'm on 5.5 of those songs on the Eazy-E record. It's called Impact of a Legend. It's a double CD. It comes with a video game called Hitting Switches that you can be Eazy-E riding around in Compton. It's like a what is that? Like a Grand Theft Auto. And so while we on this platform, I definitely will. I cannot speak about this without having to speak about this. You know, when you get in the studio, you're an artist, you're young, you're dumb, you're talented, you understand. You don't want to make splashes and waves. You're still feeling like it's a compliment by them choosing you. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's a million MCs in the world, still in all, when somebody gets at you for doing a record, especially a record like Eazy-E's record, it made me feel proud. But I didn't get paid like I was supposed to do this record. And I'm gonna put it out there. You know, I don't want to cost too much, but Tamika Wright is the one who owes me my money. You understand? But at the end of the day, I can look at check the record books and look and see that that my name is connected through Eazy-E. I knew Eazy-E, and so it made me feel proud to be on this record. You know what I'm saying? And it was his last recordings before he had his untimely demise of AIDS when they gave Eazy-A's. From there, I worked on that album. I went on a little promo tour, Los Angeles, the title debut album, Los Angeles, and I had Miss Toy on the album from the Ice Cube shit. You Can Do It, Put Your Back Into It. That's Miss Toy. I had Gangsta from the Conrads that was signed to Mac 10 and Who Bangin'. I didn't really put a whole bunch of features on my debut album because I wanted people to know that I can rhyme. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. I mean, you know, we've been taking that and, you know, rewind it back a bit. You definitely had the debut with the Himalayaz album, Partners in Rhyme, which I believe, you know, did also feature, you know, some of the guys you just mentioned, like Ice-T, Miss Toy,
Spice One,
Two Down,
right?
stuff.
Yep. Right. Threw down the whole Bay Area squad. We had we put everybody, Corrupt and Roscoe. We actually had 2 albums. We had Partners in Rhyme, which came out under Red Ant Entertainment, but since we had left the album, we had left that record label because it became bankrupt. We came out with a newer album with some of the same songs from Partners in Rhyme, but we called it Take Notes and put it out under independent label through Bayside, which was some crooks, basically Bayside distribution out of the Bay. And so we did good. We sold some records and stuff like that, but the contracts, it kind of messed us up. And so I have a phenomenal story, even though we good now. LayLaw, big up to LayLaw, shout out to LayLaw. I was in a contract with LayLaw and couldn't get out of it. Bambino was in a separate contract through another level through LayLaw. So this is a cold story right here, bro. So my homegirl Sharky used to mess with Ice-T, right? So she told us, she came in and she was like, Ice-T had a show on Channel 4 called Players before Law and Order. It was Dick Wolf was in charge of it. who's in charge of Law and Order, she went to go see him that day. And so we was like, well, fuck it. Well, here's our CD. Not even really thinking nothing of it. You know what I'm saying? Here's our CD. Tell us what he says. So the next day we get a call and Ice-T says, well, tell them to come up to the set. So me and Bambino went up to the set and was like, he was like, I listened to you guys' album and you guys sounds like you guys really care about each other. That's how he talks, right? So he's like, it sounds like you guys really care about each other. I like y'all music. If I wanted to sign y'all, who would be standing in the way of it? And so we had been trying to get out this fucking contract forever with Law. Even though we cool with Law now, it's just business. You know, he didn't want to let the artist go. And so we looked at each other, and then we looked at Ice. We was like, LayLaw. And he's like, oh, well, LayLaw owes me a favor anyway. Don't worry about it. Called him on the phone. Law, I want to sign the Himalayas. He's like, who? Because Law didn't know that me and Bam had got together and formed the Himalayas. He was like, who? And he was like, Bam and Floss. He was like, no problem. I'm tearing up the contract right now. Now, we've been trying to get this nigga to do this shit forever, but he wouldn't let us out. So that's the reason why I have a special thing for Ice-T, man, because if Ice-T's the type of person, man, if you working and you on your grind and you trying to do what you trying to do in this music game, and he'll help you. He'll help you. You know what I'm saying? He'll help you. He's a good dude, man. And so from there, we were released from the contracts, and then we began working. You know what I'm saying? So big up to Ice-T. And
I mean, that's definitely pretty dope. How did the Himalayas name come about? You said, LayLaw didn't know you guys were working together, and then what experiences did you have when you then went on to work with Ice-T?
We came up with the name because we was on some player shit. Just keep it all the way 100. We was on some player shit. We had a lot of women, a lot of girls around, and all that shit. And just so we was like, fuck it, we players from the Himalayas. Just like when you watch Martin, he has a clip on Martin on the show. Martin, he's like, I'm a player from the Himalaya. So after that, it just started. We got our deal quick, man. You know what I'm saying? We got our deal quick. It seemed like it was set up to me, like, because I was in Atlanta. Bam came and got me. It's like they already had the deal set up. Came and got me. I went back to LA, jumped back in the studio. We did 3 songs. They signed us. You know what I'm saying? And so we did the title song, A Love Stinks. We had the premiere party at the Playboy Mansion. So I got to meet Hugh Hefner and all the bunnies and all that type of shit. But yeah, man, I've been doing this. I've been doing this for a long time. Right now I'm about to make the transition from doing music to acting right now. So I'm writing a book. I'm doing a whole bunch of little shit right now. But that's how I started.
We've seen Ice-T, transition from music to the screen and stuff like that. What kind of experiences you have working around him, and what would you say you learned from him?
You talking about as far as Ice-T?
Yeah.
He I got a lot of experience from Ice, man. I don't know if some of the listeners, they would watch MTV Cribs, and that house that Ice-T owned at that time, it was on Sunset Plaza Drive in the Hollywood Hills. And basically when we signed to Ice, how he signed us on some real shit, how he signed us, he was like, Floss, let me hear a rap, bust a rap. So I bust one for him. He was like, bust another one. So I bust another one, all different. Bust another one. I was like, okay, bust another one. Bust another one. I bust another one. He was like, you signed. You know what I'm saying? And so at this time, Ice had called me. He was like, Floss, get up here. So I get up there, and when I walk in his office, he has his chair. He's turned around. He has his chair with the back part facing me. So I'm looking, and he turns around, and he has his ponytail cut off. I'm like, oh shit. What would make you cut your ponytail off? And he was like, Floss, let me tell you something. I cut the hair off around my nuts for $500,000 an episode. I'm like, what? He was like, Dick Wolf just signed me to be Law and Order Special Victims Unit. We was like, what? So from when he told us that, I congratulated him. I was hyped. I was happy for him. But at the same time, we already knew if you on Law and Order, you're not gonna really have time to focus on our group and what we trying to do. He was running around the town telling everybody that he had signed the Himalayas. But what I loved about him, it was no discrepancies. It was no funny shit. He gave us our releases, no problem, wished us luck, and told us if we ever need him. I talk to him more than Bam do. I really talk to Ice all the time. I have his personal numbers, and we sit up and talk. And when I'm gonna put it all out there since this segment is about me. How I really got cool and close with Ice-T was I got in 2000, I got busted with 53 pounds of marijuana on a federal plane at LAX. So it was only two people that I called, was my family first, and then I called him. He gave me a tongue lashing. He went hard on me to get out. When you get out, I want one of the first places I need for you to be is right here and come and see me. He gave me a tongue lashing, told me I didn't have to do that. If I really needed him, come at him, ask him for some, you know what I'm saying? So I have a special thing for Ice-T because he a stand-up dude. And his acting skills, man, some of the things I seen from him was so remarkable. You know, I'm still young at this time. And so when we went to go see him on the show Players, it was even though it was a white person that worked for the movie company that had to make sure he was right before the scene, I caught it when I walked in. I seen a white woman shining a black man's shoes. I don't care if it was for the next scene or not. It was a white person shining a black man's shoes. I had never seen no shit like that. And so he would sit up and, like how me and you were talking right now, he would sit up and talk shit and curse and say all this type of shit, but he'd be still reading his lines at the same time. He's remarkable because he'll sit there and talk all that pimp shit and all that street shit and then get right on the camera and ice all of his lines, no problems. So I looked at him then and I was like, dude, this is the person who I need to mimic myself as. This is a person that went from talking about the police, cop killer, to turning around and becoming the police on TV. And all the police love him now. You feel what I'm saying? So I lived a remarkable life, man.
I mean, he definitely a consummate professional and a legend when it comes to the West Coast scene of music. Speaking of the West Coast legends, what was your relationship like with Nipsey Hussle? Rest in peace.
I'm still not over that. I'm not over it because I moved to Colorado, and when I would come in to LA to come see my family and some of my friends that stay over there by the marathon, I would, I push up Slauson, and I would see him a lot. I would see him a lot, more than your average celebrity that you could pass up Crenshaw Slauson and he would be out there chilling to where, all this Conrad, big up to the Rolling 60s out there, in case y'all listening. But I would come to him and I would pull him to the side and I'm like, Nip, you do not have to be up here like that. And he would look at me like, Floss, I'm good. Ain't nobody about to do shit to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I met Nipsey through my photographer, Dexter Brown. And when I first met Nipsey, he had star shit jumping off of him. At the end of the day, he's a Eritrean. You know what I'm saying? So I remember he had told me one time they think different. They think totally different, and which they do. Black people think different than African people. African people are together, family together. Let's get it together. You know what I'm saying? Let's build something from nothing and build it up. And Black people, we haven't been on that too much lately. You know what I'm saying? So when I met him, he was a cool dude. He didn't deserve what happened to him. He was prolific. He was a good dude. At the end of the day, I'm from Inglewood, California. So everybody knows when you're from Cali, you're from Inglewood, it's a blood jacket that you wear. If you tell anybody you're from Inglewood, automatically they're gonna think that you're a blood. And so the reason why I got close with dude was because he didn't give a fuck about that. He didn't care about that. He was on some man shit, you know what I'm saying? And it's a cold thing that he's gone, and he's definitely missed. But he left his mark on this world, and that's what this shit is all about. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm on right now. Just leaving your mark on this world, because you never know when it's going to be your time to come to leave this earth. So that's I'm still devastated by Nipsey shit. He left the blueprint. We're gonna see if his people follow it. You know, big up to Cuzzy Capone, Cobby Supreme, Pac-Man, Big U, Bear Claw, Jay Stone, and the whole All Money team. You know what I'm saying? All Money in team.
I mean, you know, you speak about leaving a mark of a legend, another West Coast legend. Rest in peace, always missed. Who left the mark was Tupac Shakur. He was also featured in the All Eyes on Me movie. What was that experience like working with the Outlaws and featuring in the Tupac movie?
Man, it was, dude, you know, the funny part about it was, big up to Noble Outlaw, Edie, Castro, and all the fallen ones that's not here no more, the Outlaws. I was going to Atlanta, and so we all keep in touch with each other, no matter what city and state that I'm in. If them niggas is performing somewhere and they know I'm in that city and state, they'll call me, and then I'll come down and I'll see them. No boy called me like, Floss, I see you in Atlanta. You was around. I was around them when they was Dramacidal, before they named themselves the Outlaws. Before Pac named them the Outlaws, I was around them. Big up to Muta, my homeboy Muta, Napoleon from the Outlaws. I was in this movie, but they took my scene out. I have all the pictures and memorabilia of it, but for some reason, not to disrespect anybody or nothing like that, but I heard that All Eyes on Me was shot behind Afeni Shakur's back. She did not have her blessings for that movie. And I heard that somebody tricked her. Because, when you have somebody, she's not reading every single contract. You have a person that's with you, that's helping you. And I heard that they had paid this person. All she does, there's somebody that give her a contract and she would sign it because she's given, you have my best interest, so I can sign it. You're working for me. And so she, she really wasn't condoning this movie. But I heard that they were coming out with another Tupac movie coming out soon called Machiavelli. The person who's in charge of the Tupac estate is a person named Tom Wally from Interscope. And I don't know how, I really don't know about doing the Tupac movie. He was this person, it's hard to even put him through film. All the shit that they put in All Eyes on Me was the same things that everybody had heard. And the movie didn't do as well is because they made it seem like Jada Pinkett and Tupac was fucking, you know what I'm saying, in the movie. And she was very upset about it. Jada Pinkett was. So that's the reason why that movie fell apart like a bad burrito. But all the people that was on the set, big up to Demetrius Shipp, who played Tupac. Big up to Dominique Santana, who played Suge in the movie. A host load of other people that was in the movie. BMF was in the, Blue Da Vinci was in the movie. It's a bunch of people I'm leaving out, man, but that movie it could have been better. It could have been better. That's all I can say. Well, I was in that movie. They took my scene out. I had the dopest scene in the movie with me and Shock G. Shock G wasn't in the movie, but it was my homeboy Chris Clark. Big up to Chris Clark. Chris Clark is the son of Stanley Clark, the jazz musician. So it was me and his scene, and I had a freestyle scene with him, Pac, Tretch from Naughty by Nature, and my other homegirl that played Queen Latifah in the movie. It could have been a good movie, man. I just felt like they rushed it. They kept a lot of the money. Benny Boom and LT Hutton shot this shit. Even though they took my scene out. Big up to them. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. I've done it. I'm probably like one of the most famous unknown motherfuckers that you ever seen in the industry. But everybody knows me though. They know me though. Your favorite rapper, they love me. Real shit.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, man. So with that being said, you definitely laid down a whole bunch of breadcrumbs and trails in the game and stuff like that as well. And what's next for Floss Mode? And how do you see the rap
it
game
ain't really too
in 2021?
it,
Yeah, sorry, we had a bit of a delay.
Well, right now I'm working on I feel it's probably my last record. It's the Floss Uno Moss album that I'm working on right now. But I'm about to make my transition into acting because as you can tell, as you can see nowadays, that it's hard being a rapper right now. You're getting killed. There's a lot of jealousy going on. When the LL Cool J's and the BDPs and the Rakims and the Cool G Raps, the NWAs, all this shit, everybody had their individuality. You knew the difference between LL Cool J. You knew the difference between Rakim. Their voice was their instrument. Nowadays, everybody sounds the same. Everybody sounds the same. They rapping the same. Promethazine music. That's why I call it promethazine music. Everybody high and all that type of shit. It was a bunch of beef and shit going on when we was doing music, but it wasn't like how it is now. It's a bunch of jealousy. It makes me not even really want to rap on some real shit. It makes me not even want to do music because of the fact of, you mean to tell me you have to lose you have to lose your life over this shit? So I still love the music. I just hate the people that's in it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna work on this latest album. I'm gonna do that shit. But my transition is into acting, and I'm writing my book that's should probably be out at the beginning, a little past the beginning of the year. The book is called Atlantafornia. So when I first moved from California to Atlanta, and I seen everybody on their grind, the Jermaine Dupri's, the Bow Wows. I seen all of them. I used to be in Patchwork Studio. Right now, I'm just focusing on this book and this album. I'm not really. I'm gonna put my 110 into this album, but I feel a certain type of way about it. I'm gonna say what I want to say. Out of all the time I've been doing music, I haven't been able to say everything that I wanted to say. So that's what this album is going to be.
And speaking of saying what you want to say, we recently saw that you posted a clip to your social media, Instagram, speaking about some of some of the darker sides of the music business and different aspects. Is that something that you're going to speak on and divulge more into some of your experiences and things that you've seen in the industry, maybe some of the dark side of the business, we should say?
You know what, man? It's what you just said. It's put a spark in me. I may change my album and call it The Dark Side of the Business. I feel like this album that I'm gonna come with should be like my Domino motherfucker. Domino. You feel me? It's gonna be. I want it to be like a handbook, a blueprint handbook manual to the music game. Since I'm making my outro from the music game, I want to help the younger rappers, the young MCs, to listen to this shit, so they know what not to do, and not to fall for anything just because you haven't had anything out and this is your opportunity to put something out. Don't stand for anything. Don't just fall for anything. These people will. I said this to my homeboy the other day. He was laughing. I'm like, when I was young and I was dumb, but I was talented. I got all of the fucking opportunities in the world. But as soon as I knew what my worth was, soon as I knew how much shit costs, soon as I knew how much I was supposed to get, all the opportunities had went away because they knew they had to pay me. You know what I'm saying? This music is not for the faint of heart. If you love this music and you feel like this is your calling, this is your shot, then you take it. It's a risk by not taking one. Take that risk, but make sure that you have a time limit. Make sure that you get an attorney. Make sure that you read the fine print, because it's 90% business and 10% show. If you're not reading the fine line, that's where they're gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? Be on your merchandising. Be your own entity, because as hard as you work to do this shit, there's somebody working just as hard to take your shit. Straight up.
Yeah, that's crazy when you put it like that. And I think that's definitely some sound advice for like young artists and young up-and-coming talent and stuff. For somebody who's lived it and can give, as you said, a full sort of open spectrum
from the beginning to sort of winding down and opening new chapters and stuff like that too. Where can people find you online, like with social media and music and stuff?
My IG is the Dawn, THA, Los Angeles, PHALOS ANGLES, for Los Angeles, like Pharrell, for Los. And it's not, my name ain't for flossing, like I'm flossing, I'm popping, I'm balling and all that shit. My name is short for philosophy. And I came up with that name before the word flossing came out. You know what I'm saying? Through my whole career, man, I've been signed the majority of my career. This is the first time out of like 5 or 6 years that I haven't been signed. But my whole young career, young career from 20 to like 30 something, I have been signed to numerous of labels. So after a while, it makes you kind of like, you know, bitter on the rap game, but at the same time, it's like a compliment. It's a million MCs out there so somebody to grab you and see that you have something special than somebody else. You know, I can't even, if I had a chance to do it all over again and they say, would you have it the same way? Yeah, I would. You know what I'm saying? Because you learn from this shit. I'm so sharp, they can't take what they taught me. That's the only thing I say. They may take my money. They may have their little ways of swindling and taking your money and all of that. But what they can't take is what they taught me. You know what I'm saying? I know the game. And so now that I know the game, my job is to catch the young MCs, catch these MCs and share some light to them and tell them to get an attorney. Take your ass back to school, really be on your craft. You know what I'm saying? Don't get unfocused of the things that can have you unfocused in this industry. Speak a positive note, have positive things to say. The negativity of the gunshots and shooting, talking about gunplay and gun talk, you gotta realize at the end of the day, you don't know where your enemies is gonna be at, but they passing flyers out about your shit, where you gonna be performing at. They know where you gonna be at. So we see all of the backlash and the bullshit that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? I was always a person that, I come from gang shit too. I come from it. But when I seen that this was my outlet, I don't bring gang shit with me. I left that shit right there. You know what I'm saying? This was my scapegoat to go a whole another plateau, and I did. You know, so you know, this album is going to be something epic, I think. It's about to be dope because I'm about to put my all into it, and then I'm about to walk away from it and hang my jersey up, you know?
Okay. Well, we're definitely looking forward to the drop. We don't know if one can truly stay retired. We've heard, you know, even artists like Jay speak about it numerous times, and different people, and some say rapping, we're always, you know, always going rapping, always going to do some stuff. But we definitely salute you for your accomplishments and contribution to the game, and for passing on that tutelage and knowledge back to the young generation and next generation that, like you said, they can learn from some of the past situations and stuff as well, man. So we definitely look forward to connecting and hearing some of the new music and stuff in the future.
Appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, and you'll be the first one to get the copy of the shit. And you know, like y'all, I told you earlier before we got on air, man, you know, your platform and all of that, your platform is something so epic, man, because for the people, this game, this music industry will eat you up and spit you out and make you feel like you really didn't, like you're not a part of this movement, but you are. They, you know, this whole shit is about selling records. And I used to tell a lot of MCs that, well, y'all taking this shit too seriously. But because at the end of the day, this shit is about selling records. If you ain't selling no records, these companies are not being bothered with you. And they was railroading a lot of artists. They were railroading a lot of artists and getting over. Now we're on a entrepreneur, black elegance type shit going on. Like we trying to get our 40 acres in the mule, even if they're not trying to give it to us. We gonna take our shit. You know what I'm saying? And there's many ways that you can take it by getting behind the scenes instead of being on the front line and being on stage and rapping. And it's cool and all that. But if I had my choice to do it all again, I would be in the background. I'm a writer. You know what I'm saying? I'm a writer. I'm a real MC. I sit up and nobody taught me this shit. And I got deals on my own from me writing. So if for all these MCs and artists out there that want to do this shit, you know what I'm saying? Be on your craft. Be the dopest that you can. Always remember this too, that if you don't believe in yourself, how you gonna make somebody else believe in you? You gotta be your own cheerleader, your best cheerleader, you gotta be the person that believes in you more than anybody else. And when people see that you believe in yourself, they're going to believe too. But you have to project it first. If you don't project it, people are like, man, that's that same shit I seen you doing on at the pool hall. That ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be on your craft. You got to be more than an MC. You got to be a person that, the era I come from, they used to make us kiss babies and shake hands, and you know what I'm saying? That's called selling records. You feel me? So you know, to all the MCs out there, man, this your dream. Go push it, push that line. But if it's not, you better go get your ass a job. That's what you better go do.
Yeah, it's funny, man. You know, some people, we've had that from a lot of people. Rest in peace, Hussein Fatal. I think he said the same when he was on there. I one of the last interviews, you know, with the Outlaws. They said, yep, the same thing.
Out that online, boy. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Yeah.
Anything else you want to add, bro? I feel we're good with that, though.
Of 200 rappers, it should be no reason why they have a video with 200 rappers plus that's dead from gun violence and shooting and jealousy and mishap and bullshit. Y'all stop that shit, man. Y'all messing it up. Y'all messing shit up that we built. You feel me? To continue on to make money and get clothes and get sponsored by Nike and all this type of shit, man. Y'all stop that shit, man. It's making black people looking real bad, man. You know what I mean? So that's all that's my last word. Y'all get this shit together, man. For real. Stop that killing.
Yeah.
For real.
Real shit, man. But yeah, definitely salute, man. We can't wait to connect next time. And peace to the family for checking in on this one. Until next time, man. Peace, family. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and check us out on bout.online.com. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook for exclusive playlists and social media for all different types of segments and content.